I'm excited to show you an easy and addictive way to create something with a kind of weaving. It's inspired by Japanese Kumihimo. Kumi means to braid and himo means a cord. You'll start with a circle of cardboard, and you can also use other shapes as long as you go around the shape. It's the same as having a circle. But for us, I got little circle coasters, and you're gonna need 8 slits. So start at north, then directly below that, put a little notch for south. It's easy when something has even numbers because you can half everything. Halfway between north and south is east. Halfway between north and south on the other side is west. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but try an eyeball, we say eyeball, in between those two and the other two so that things are pretty equidistant. And while you're weaving, you are nice and spread out. So by doing the 4 cardinal directions and then the ones in between, you will have 8 slots. On the back is where you can put your name and your class code. Your class code is your grade and your first initial of your teacher's name. So you're going to decide what direction do you want your path to go. Some people are kind of clockwise people and some are counterclockwise. I think I'm kind of a counterclockwise person, so I'm going around that way. That means that my fingers are going to kind of walk on the right-hand side. I am right-handed. And I'm drawing arrows to remind myself that my path is always that way and never reverse. So all you need now is 7 pieces of yarn. 7 for 8 positions. There will always be 1 empty position. After you have your 7 pieces of yarn, it is time to tie them together with a knot. So I'm just gathering them with the tips all lined up in my hand. I had to reach down for some that fell on the floor. It's a little bit of a struggle right now, but soon it's all going to be tamed. Make sure you have 7. Any more or any less will not work. We're just going to gather them to tie a knot. So I make a curly Q. That means I sort of twist it so that there is a loop that goes around in a circle, and then all the tails lay on top. So that's my curly Q. And then I pull the tails under and through, all of them. Make sure you get all of them. And you're gonna pull it really tight by pulling on both ends, the long end and the short end. Next, you want to have the knot by your name, which means you have to stick the long strings through the hole towards the other side. The knot is by your name. Oh, I gave it a haircut just to make it perfect, but you don't have to do that. So I'm kind of forcing it down through the hole, and I'm realizing a pencil might come in handy. I'm going to kind of increase the roundness and smoothness of the hole with my pencil, and then I can put all 7 pieces through, and now the knot is by my name. It doesn't matter what order, but it's time to lay your 7 strands through the 8 slits. Oh, but I forgot to make them slits. So let me use scissors and do a tiny little slit on each one. You don't want a big long slit because that'll make a floppy tab, and you want this to last while you're weaving and hopefully even beyond for more weaving. So just a small little snip to make a slot. Lay your 7 pieces into place. So each yarn comes from the back knot through the hole and lays down flat, leaving 1 slot empty. Just as on the traditional marudai loom, we are going to move strings, taking turns putting them in different places, although we will do it 1 at a time instead of 2. And it's time to begin the weaving process. Find your empty slot. You're going to start there. And you're going to count 3 from that spot. So I'm tiptoeing 1, 2, 3 on the string. And that 3rd string, I pull it back into the slot. Start at the slot again. Tiptoe 1, 2, 3, and the 3rd string, pull it backwards into the slot. Then I keep going. 1, 2, 3, pull the third string backwards into the slot. I'm gonna start again at the empty spot. Tiptoe 1, 2, 3, the third one, go back. And you're gonna repeat this until a chord begins to form on the back where your name is. If you pull it early on, you probably won't see much. But as you go, it slowly begins to grow into a strong, beautiful, round chord that you'll be able to use for bracelets, necklace, belt, gifts for people to go on their rearview mirror, all kinds of things. You might have a use that I don't even think of. Here I'm showing you that even on a square shape, I can tiptoe 3 and pull it backwards. Start with my empty slot. And notice I don't like the square as much because some of those tabs look like they're gonna rip, but it was a nice scrap I had. And continue until you're finished.